Hi everybody, Jenny here to talk about my HSCT treatment for MS. So I last updated about a year and a half ago to give you some feedback on how I was doing. Life has just got in the way. We obviously have COVID, but I thought it was about time that I gave you an update on how I'm doing 2 years later. So HSCT stands for Hemopoietic Stem Cell Transplant. And I qualified for that because although I was secondary progressive MS, I was still getting new lesions. So for me, it was a very hard decision, but as someone who had a chronic progressive disease and it's degenerative, I already knew I was progressing. The idea of these new lesions leading to even more trouble just made me want to try and stop it. So they were always very clear that they weren't looking to improve my symptoms, although they said that would be a bonus if it happened. They were looking to stop the lesions from happening. So a bit of background about me. I was diagnosed when I was 15. I'm now 42. My symptoms I had before going in was I was already using crutches when walking outside. I could walk around my house. I used a mobility scooter if I was going anywhere further than 5 minutes on my crutches. And I had lots of fatigue, some word finding problems, and some sort, like my left side of my body was basically, I was very weak, and that was the one I had trouble with. So if I go through what's happened for me, since the treatment, I would say the treatment itself wasn't great. I kind of went in, I actually had flu when I went in, little did I know, because it only showed up on a swab. So I was having kind of being sick and all that kind of stuff, as well as having the chemo. So it really wasn't a very nice time, and I really missed my children as well. I was there for kind of 3 or 4 weeks in isolation. Nurses were absolutely brilliant. The doctors were brilliant, but I was glad to get home. Luckily, I recovered very well within the hospital. It was nice to get home and have proper sleep again, because you get woken up so much in the hospital. So in terms of what's happened since I got back, I'll start with my symptoms. I would say that I have less fatigue. I still need to have a little nap most days, but I literally set my alarm for half an hour. And that's just to help me get through the day. I've got 2 kids. So usually it's when they're at school, I have a quick half hour. Not so much now, now that we're doing homeschooling. But my fatigue has definitely improved. I would say that's something that's really improved. My spasticity, I would say, and my weakness hasn't improved. My word finding problems hasn't improved. So I would basically say that none of my symptoms have improved really, apart from the fatigue. But again, that's not what they were aiming for. The thing that has improved is that every MRI I've had since I came back has been clear. There's been no new lesions. So not clear of MS, but no new lesions happening. I'm actually due one this month actually, but I've just cancelled it as I didn't want to be going into a hospital with the only way to get up to the MRI floors is via lift. And I just didn't want to take the risk as someone who's not had a COVID vaccination as yet. I do plan on getting the COVID vaccination. What else? My hormones, after having HSCT, my period stopped, so I'm on some HRT for them. I don't have any problems with that. I haven't put any weight on. I know lots of people worry about putting weight on with HRT. Haven't put any weight on. What else? It's the reason I went on HRT and decided to have it is because I was getting some menopausal symptoms. I was getting hot flushes, and I could really feel it affecting my mood actually. So for me, the HRT has really stopped that. And they did say that it's only replacing hormones I would have had at this age anyway. So it helps to keep my bones stronger. So I'm happy being on that and happy to continue that for now. What else? My hair has obviously grown back. You can see a bit of grey in it, but I've it's come back really thickly. I've coloured it. I was going to go grey after having the chance to keep my natural colour, but I really wanted to feel more like myself, and I do feel more like myself with a bit of colour in my hair. The main thing I did with my hair is I kept trimming it, get all the chemo curls out, just because it was a really strange texture. So as soon as I got all that cut out, I've now just let it grow. I get trims at the bottom. But yeah, apart from that, my hair's been fine. My mood, I would say, is, obviously everyone's mood has been pretty rubbish, I'm guessing, over the past year and a bit. So I would say I'm kind of consistent with that. I wouldn't say I feel any worse than other people, although there have been big life changes in my life, but I've just been able to get on with that. And I'm still working. I work privately as a speech therapist, so I can pick and choose my hours. So I see a few children every week doing that via Zoom. So for me, that works out really well. What else? I think that's about it, I would say. So in terms of me, people say, do you regret getting HSCT, sorry. See, there's the word finding problems coming in. No, I don't regret it. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I've given myself every chance. I'd be interested to know what the next MRI says. But for now, I'm just doing everything I can to continue being as healthy as I can with MS. So I use something called the MS Gym every day, and that's to kind of try and relearn some motor patterns that I may have lost over all the years with MS. I do like a restorative yoga, which is basically lying on the floor and doing lots of stretching yoga. And I try and do that every day. And also I do a bit of meditation every day. And I would say those three things really help me to feel at an even keel. I'm not embarrassed to say I take citalopram, which is like a mood, a kind of antidepressant, because I've just been going through lots of things, as I said, over the past few years. So I think that helps keep my emotions on an even keel too. But yeah, that's about it really. If you have any other questions to ask me, or if I've missed anything that you want to know about, do just send me a message, and I promise I will reply and do an up-to-date report or an updated extra video if you want. I have written a blog post. It's just to link this message, this video. But if you want to have a read of that, I'll link that up above as well in the information section. So lovely to speak again, and hopefully speak to you again. If you want to know anything else, let me know. If you want me to do a video about anything else to do with my MS, let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. Okay, take care. Bye.